Okay. Hello, everyone. I can see Sarah.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. I can see here, how do I pronounce this? Is it Nuwagabe? Am I right? Or is it?
This is Nuwagava. Deus Nuwagava is my name. And from Uganda. Greetings from Uganda.
Yes.
Yes. How are you?
I'm okay, man. How you doing? How is Uganda today? You and Sarah and everyone. How is it today?
Yeah, we are having quite a very interesting part of the world. I wish everybody, the rest of the world, could ever visit Uganda into the park.
Your face looks familiar.
Yes, it should be. I'm working with Nucafe. Nucafe is the National Union of Coffee Agribusiness and Farm Enterprises. We are mainly into organizing smallholder farmers into cooperatives and then seeing how they can be able to be accelerated into both production and marketing of coffee through processing, exports, and seeing how they can really enhance their returns on coffee. So I think I don't know whether we have met before, but I've met a couple of friends around for a long time.
I'm sure we must have. I mean, so long as we are in the ecosystem,
yeah.
we are so long as we are creating, we are in the ecosystem and doing some amazing work. I am sure we have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think today is going to be a very exciting day, and congratulations to all of you that have, that have successfully been selected for this for the Startup.network Unicorn battle. I think you guys are fortunate. I mean, Startup.network is one of the largest organization when it comes to investment opportunities, pitching opportunities. So for you to just be selected to be here, you should give yourself, you should say that, you know what, you are building, you are doing something really, really great. So you should applaud yourself. So we have Dolapo. Yes. And we have Taiwo. Are they online? I can see them. Are they mute? We're just giving a little bit of time for everyone else to join. Is Dolapo here? Is Taiwo here? I can see them. I can see them connected.
Hi, good afternoon. Good day, everyone. Yeah.
Taiwo, how are you doing today?
I'm
Taiwo,
good.
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I saw the name Taiwo, I could just imagine. How is Nigeria today, my brother?
Yeah.
I see my very good friend Gary.
I'm here. Hi, Kevin.
Gary,
Hi, Kevin. How are
Gary,
you?
I am sorry. I know. You see, I see your plea, your cry, and everything. And I think the whole world, is on your case for what is happening in Ukraine. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing for everyone. It's really affecting the world. It's affecting each and everyone. But I think that especially you with family and friends and colleagues over there, it should be more painful. And I think I see that every single day when you write. And I think I just shared.
I appreciate that. We're a lot of crazy stuff going on, my friend. A lot of crazy shit.
I'm telling you, it's some. I don't know. It's just unfortunate that there's one person who want the whole world to know his presence. And based on innocent people, but we just hope that the world is seeing it, and maybe something really good need to come out of it.
I hope so, because yesterday he said he was gonna, they were gonna do the peace process, and he was gonna stop his bombing and all that. What did he do today? Step it up and started Chernihiv and Mariupol bombing it, and he's encircled them, and he won't let them out. They're starving to death.
Wow.
He's crazy, you know?
No, he is crazy. He is crazy. But I think we live, Gary, we live in a very evolution time now. It's not like the time of the Hitler. This guy, he can't go away. He's not going to get away with it. I think we just need to continue to push, and the rest of the nation to stick pushing, and then we take it from there.
No, I agree with you.
But I'm glad you still have the courage to join us. I know it's been a very difficult moment for you and your family, but you still keep the ecosystem alive. You still want to be here to support the entrepreneurs, the startup. It's just a lot of courage. So please, thank you so very much.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here. It's great to see you. Man, you are the best dresser I ever seen in my entire life. You're like a supermodel dressing this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? You're out there every damn time, all kinds of new outfits and hats and all kinds of things.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. But we'll have a chance to, I'm sure Derek is coming again. We're having a conversation regarding the summit and the award that we just launched. We're just having we have a group with Derek, so we discuss this thing. I think there's something that we must surely plan and see how we can do, especially to introduce the program that Derek was in South Africa for. And I think with the platform that we have now is the best part that we can use to introduce that program for the startup. Look at all the startups that are joining us today. This will be a very big chance, perhaps, to see maybe some of them through some of the program that you and Derek and us are planning.
No, that sounds great. Well, whatever we can do to help.
Well, I see Michael is saying that, hello, I'll be presenting. Kindly add me to the panel. Okay, but they're supposed to have a link, Michael. You're still supposed to have a link to join. You don't have the link.
I think you can promote Michael to panelist, and he will be able to speak to us.
Yeah, but he said we should add him to the part. We should add him on. He's not on here. Should I send him the link?
Yeah, you can
let me
press the right button, and there will be promote to panelist.
Give me a second. Okay. All right, I think I shared the link in the listing for Michael to join. We should still be waiting. We are actually 10 online. I can look when I look at my leads. We're looking at
By the way, McKevin, I'm not the brave one. It's I don't know who we have on today. Who's on from Unicorn.Pitches? Do you know who's the event manager today?
I'll be the one managing the event, Gary.
Is Kate, are you there?
Kate is there, but I'll be facilitating the event.
Okay. McKevin, what I want to just say is that it's not people like me, it's people like Kate that are right in the middle of this stuff right now. And to be brave to be online like we are today is incredible. And I just love these guys. They are just amazing. The stuff, the resilience that they have in their focus is just incredible. So,
yeah, I've been talking with Kate since these things began. I keep just sending what messages for us just to chat, just to understand where if she is safe and things like that. Again, yes, you're right. So I've seen her still being able to pull this through despite what is happening in Ukraine, in her country, is really a lot of courage. And I think that this should also just tell all the startups that are joining today that they are blessed. Otherwise, you know, who would have been going through this and still be able to see how to come out of it and support them. So guys, all the startups, you guys must give your all today, because we have not just the event manager for this for the Unicorn Summit or this pitches that you guys are having today. She's from Ukraine. And to have again my friend and brother Gary, who is one of your judges, who is also her family, the wife, and they're also from Ukraine. And at least they've put a little bit of that behind them just to be with us today. So we have in 12. I just need to, I can see all the startups on here. Mr. Banker, how you doing? I'm sure you and I are paths have crossed before.
Hello, greetings, and it wouldn't be my first time. I think this is the third time while I was involved with your event and your lovely startup ecosystem. So I'm really keen to meet new ones and to see either we have a unicorn or not. No. There is a lot of potential within the event, and you know, comparing it with other events, I saw that Uganda is definitely on the par on the global scale. So, you know,
true.
Definitely, you know, sometimes even better startups come from your event than the others that I participate here in the region of Southeast, Eastern, and Central Europe. So, wow. I think it's a probably, you know, the economical standpoint of your country is pushing you to think out of the box and finding solutions that could be applicable to any country in the region. So for the ones who haven't met me yet, just to shortly introduce myself, my name is Gaja Vanka. I come from Belgrade, Serbia. Generally, aside of my employment, I work as a business consultant, mostly working with the startups and working generally with SME and SMB organizations. I'm a result-driven finance executive with more than 20 years of experience, with 17 plus years in financial management and administration, also experience with operations management, and generally working with in the private sector, managing technology and manufacturing companies, using various tools in financial and operational performance analysis, also working on international tax credits and its optimization and its management, as well as I have a vast experience establishing and opening foreign subsidiaries in branches here in the region of Eastern and Central Europe. So really keen to learn more about your companies. And of course, for any type of cooperation, I'm always open and available. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Gaju. Really appreciate it. Just give me a moment, everyone. We are still waiting for the startup. I think I can still see, I'm seeing only MedX here as a startup. Is there any other startup? Because I can't see that. To our judges that have joined, I really appreciate. Let's just give a second to our startup. Kate, do you know if this startup have joined using any other link?
Yeah, I don't know what is happening. I reminded all startups to join us. I see startup number 1 and startup number 3, Michael Tendo.
Okay, yeah, Michael Tendo is number 3.
Yeah, we can. I think we can start with the startup number 1 and 3, and I try to gather all others.
Oh, the other stuff. All right. That being said, I think let's first of all startup number one, which is Med International, and then we have I can't see where's Michael. They see disappear. Okay, Michael is here. Michael is here. But Michael, while we wait for the startup to join, it is important that whether we're just two of us, without other judges are there, maybe some of the judges have not met each other before. But I know that I've met Gary before, I've met Gajo before, and let's just the other judges to just please introduce themselves briefly, so that while we wait for the other startups to join us. My name is Kevin Ayaba. I am the founder and CEO of Startup Startup. We support the ecosystem across Africa. We launched last year. We launched an investment readiness program called the IRP Africa. It's online, and then we just recently launched the Africa Startup Ecosystem with a summit and award, which we're currently looking for partners across the continent and globally. And the purpose of this award is, this summit is actually to bring our ecosystem players across the continent to understand the importance of ecosystem building, to understand the role of ecosystem builders and how they can better support the startups that they love so much. So please, let's just go to any other judge I have not introduced. Himself, I know I spoke about Gary, but Gary, it was super nice for others to hear a little bit about what you do, especially as you are looking forward to building some great, accelerator across the continent.
Yeah, so you want me to go, McKevin?
Please.
Yeah, so my name's Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've been involved in 17 startups and 2 unicorns. I was on the original management team at Click Software, which was sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion, and also Eva.ai, an AI HR tech company I founded with Dr. David Yang. We believe that intellectual capacity is evenly spread around the world, but opportunities are not. I'm the co-founder, president, and CEO of GSD Get Shit Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. Today, GSD is in 44 countries around the world. One of my companies last week, XOXO, raised $30 million. Another one company, I2Pure, has over $100 million in revenue. I have an accelerator called GSD Labs, which is a premier accelerator working with companies that do have unicorn potential, again, using Silicon Valley, and also a venture studio. We build ventures, we help with funding, we help get shit done.
I like the part of get shit done.
Me too. It's always a pleasure to listening Gary when he's speaking. A really pleasure having him.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
So,
it's great to be here with you.
Please, let's go to. I'd like to hear from Sarah. I know Sarah, you all agree that when I see a lady joining us, it pleases me. Inclusivity is something that we love so much in putting us in an ecosystem. Sarah, do you want to just introduce yourself a little bit to our?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Basemera. I'm in Uganda, and I'm a founder Raising Up the Foundation. And we're looking at building startups in the renewable energy, majorly looking at energy access and then energy efficiency in Uganda, but also spreading out to East Africa. And our focus right now is we were inclusive to consider the refugees and also the Ugandans. So Uganda is like #4 in the world, hosting on the biggest number of refugees hosting. And we've run a number of campaigns or activities in the startup space. Yeah, I'm happy to be here and looking forward to hearing from the other people what they share. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Sarah. We know that Uganda is coming up seriously when it comes to the startup space. We really look forward to doing some work with you guys and making sure that the solutions for all the issues that is facing. At least Gary is here. Gary is here. You can hear how much Gary is investing in startup. I hope that he will push something in a way towards his way. Can we have I know develop. Okay, yes, please. Deus.
Yes, yeah, it's a pleasure to see you all, and Deus and Wagaba working here with Nucafe. It's an organization that directly links with over 1.5 smallholder farmers in this country. But what is fascinating is the unique social business model, the farm ownership model that we use to accelerate farmers' participation into the ecosystem of the coffee value chain in Uganda and connecting them globally. So this is a company where I have been initially as an entrepreneurship services manager and graduated to currently the chief operations officer, where I oversee the aspect of business organization and of course also business run at the same time, but connecting both the farming, in particular the smallholder farmers in their cooperatives, to the global industry that we interlink. So I always get fascinated when I see young people working out with the ideas, and I like Gary, the presentation, that's very good. So we think that that ecosystem helps to connect the unique minds into business. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deus. Appreciate that. Farming is critical in our continent. In Africa, is critical for the world. So pushing the farmers is really a great idea. So thank you so very much for that. Who next? Who would like to go next? All right, if you don't want, I will have to choose you. Can I have Mr. Osai Adrian? Can you please introduce yourself for us?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? I'm Osai Adrian. Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. So I am, head of investments at Expert Dojo, which is a early stage venture capital firm out of Santa Monica, California, where we are aggressively focused on hypergrowth. So we work very closely with companies to achieve hypergrowth, a very global focus, sector agnostic, but I have my purviews across the continent of Africa. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing some fantastic Ugandan companies, and feel free to reach out to me to learn more and just connect.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. A startup you are listening is head of investment. So it's not just here because, and for early stages as well. So guys, prepare your pitch well, relax, calm, make sure that you are brief, you are straight to the point. A key important note, a key important thing in your speech, you make sure you say them out. Do not talk about things that you don't need them right now. So let's have Kyle. I know I spoke with you earlier, but I think everyone is almost here. Can we hear from you again quickly? Just a brief about who you are. While Taiwo is getting ready, I would like Ian to get ready. Taiwo, are you here with us? If Taiwo is not here, can we please hear from Ian? If Taiwo come, then he can introduce himself.
Hey guys, Mike Kevin, good to see you again. And Gary as well. They're the two people I know on here. My name is Ian. I'm based in Accra, Ghana, and I run a venture fund called Chanzo Capital. We've been going from 2014, and we've got some 12 companies at the moment that we've got investments in. We're primarily tech-based. Clean tech, ag tech, fintech, that sort of thing. And we write checks between $500,000 and $5 million. Our investments tend to be on the African continent, primarily in Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, and Ivory Coast. But we are open to investing elsewhere. It's good to be on here again, and I'm sure we'll be seeing some fantastic companies come through. Thanks.
Hi, thank you so very much, Ian. I think we are going to, I know that we haven't heard from each and everyone, but I'm sure by the time we're judging, I think we can have a time for the rest of the panel to introduce themselves just because we are against time. So please permit us to start the event, and then we can maybe in our pause time we can then hear from our judges. But I'd like to welcome all the judges that are here. Thank you for coming to listen to these young guys who have spent a lot of their time trying to bring solutions to some of the problems within their communities. And let's see how we can help them move from where they are to the next level. We have our first startup. I hope he's ready. Are you ready, Ernest?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right. Please, you know the rules. You have just a few minutes to share, tell us the story of your startup. So you please better share your screen.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Perfect. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, or good day wherever you are in the world. My name is Ernest Okot, founder and CEO of Medics International. Our mission is to make healthcare accessible, and we're starting with diagnostics. Diagnostics is the backbone of modern healthcare. More than 70% of critical medical decisions are based on lab results. So it's very important that labs perform well, but this is not the case. More than 50% of lab results exceed the time they're expected. And then we look at why, we find that more than 93% of all errors and delays come from what we call pre-analytical and post-analytical processes. Things like data collection, sample collection, data entry, sample transit, sample reception, result interpretation, and sending of results. So from this, it's easy to conclude that labs are underperforming due to ineffective management of information and processes. So we're developing an end-to-end lab information system, which is built to enable labs delight their customers with fast and quality testing services. So how we do this is we enable labs go 100% paperless with a flexible and user-friendly data collection interface, which eliminates paper-based systems and gives their customers a connected experience. We also integrate with the equipment directly to remove over 95% of manual transcription and interpretation. We also rethink lab processes from past principles, and with this, we have been able to help labs achieve more than 80% improvement in turnaround time. So far, we are working with over 15 COVID-19 labs, and we have we have a monthly recurring revenue of over $20,000. This is about a 6x growth from what we were doing in 2020. And the market is still huge. In 2014, more than half of African countries didn't have a single accredited lab. And if a lab is not accredited, most likely they don't have lab information. So we have estimated this to be a $2 billion market in just sub-Saharan Africa. Our business model is that we charge for every test that is completed on our lab information system. This is between 0.1 to 0.75 US. We have quite high gross margins as typical in SaaS companies, and we are profitable. This is how we're able to cover all our expenses. Our team consists of a wide variety of expertise, including software engineering, operations, product development, AI and machine learning, customer success, and we also have a few advisors with very vast experience in lab quality. So if you'd like to learn more about Medics International, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or via the contacts on the screen. Thank you.
Wow, Mike, that was quick. That was quick and well done, well presented. I think the judges, I would like anyone else to start.
Yeah, so this is
Gary, you be the first, no worries.
Yeah, so I have a question. Where are you with revenue right now?
Could you repeat that, I'm sorry?
Revenue, what kind of revenue? What's your MRR? What's your recurring revenue right now?
Our current MRR is around $20,000 US. That's what it is today, and we're growing quite fast. We expect to have it grown to about 500,000 by the end of the year. We expect an annual run rate of about 500,000 by the end of the year.
How much?
500,000 US.
Very, very good. Very good.
Hi, Ernest. Gary always opens the discussion in the right way. Nevertheless, I would like to know more a bit about your competitors. I mean, who are your direct competitors, indirect? And can you additionally tell us a bit about your percentage of money that you are going to spend if you raise the money from this event or any other on product development, expansion, and etc.?
Yes, thank you. So the competitive landscape is still quite open. I mean, there's lots of lab information systems in the world, but most of them are not playing in Africa or in sub-Saharan Africa. So we find ourselves in the market where we don't have very many competitors, although yes, they could come into the market. Most of the most of the manufacturers that are making machines also sell lab information systems, but most of the time they tailor it to their own products. But just to name a few, there's an Indian company that is called Crelio Health that has managed to acquire quite a bit of market share. In Uganda, there's a company that is called Clinic Master, and they're concentrating more on the health, on the hospital information system side, but they do have quite a bit of market share as well. So
what's your generally competitive advantage to all competitors, global or local?
Yes, so our competitive advantage to local competitors is that one, we have like the integration with machines, which has proven to be quite hard for people to actually implement. So we are currently integrated with most of the medical testing devices, right?
Okay.
And then like with the international competitors, like the way we charge our business model is quite innovative. There's no huge upfront costs. Instead, people pay for what they use. So that makes it much easier to access than like some of the international lab information systems. But also, this is something that I feel is very important. In the health industry, most software is not very accessible, it's not very friendly. And that's something that we take very seriously in how we build the product. So it's very...
All right. Michael, we would like to definitely go to the next. I don't know who else hand I can see. You said people raise your hands up. But
And
I will just give. Yeah, please just you. Yeah, you just have a minute quickly so that we can move to the.
No, well, for me, it's, the idea is very clear, but perhaps it would be nice for him to just throw a light in terms of the value proposition that is trying to bridge out, given the connectivity he has with the different medical practitioners. What is that is trying to close?
Yes, I think the biggest value that we are bringing to labs is making their tests quick and also like increasing the quality of their tests. Most labs take much longer than they are supposed to, and it's not even because like their machines are not fast or that most of the issues come from how they handle like data and processes. So our value proposition is that we help them like remove unnecessary parts of their process and optimize and automate things that they don't need to do like manually, basically.
All right, guys, please, if you want to connect with EdLab, I advise that you can, you connect with them on LinkedIn. Please share your LinkedIn profile. Just share your contact details in the group, just so that anybody else can connect with you. Do we have the next we have on the line? We're not going in chronological order because not all of them have come. So we have is it MiFi? How do you pronounce it? Is it MiFi or MiFi?
It's MiFi. Hello.
All right, please introduce, the floor is yours.
Okay, so.
Share your screen.
Hello, can you see my presentation?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here. So MiFi was born out of a need to help entrepreneurs successfully start, finance, run, and grow their businesses. So across this process, we realized that the problems entrepreneurs face, they span 4 categories. First, there's capital acquisition. Then there's marketing tools, accounting tools, and e-commerce tools. So most of these small entrepreneurs, especially in Uganda, where entrepreneurship is more ubiquitous, you find that the only tools they have to work with are their phone, for example, and that means that they cannot access the desktop accounting tools, they cannot access maybe marketing tools that are complex and hard to use on the internet. So we wanted to package all of this in an easy to use singular app. And our solutions for capital acquisition were group savings. There's a method called rotational savings where like a group of entrepreneurs come together and they pull money together and give it to a single entrepreneur to support their business. And then the next time when they pull money together again, they give it to another entrepreneurs and it goes around like that. So we decided to create tools to create that a mobile app that has that tool for capital acquisition, and then we create an easy to use accounting tool still in the mobile app, and then easy to use marketing tool through our network of online shops, and avail them with e-commerce tools to easily create online shops where people can make orders and they can support the fulfillment of the orders with just using this one single platform. So we did an inquisition earlier on before we started this venture, and we discovered that 92% of the businesses that have at least one of these 4 problems, and 53% of the people we inquired from were actively looking for a solution. So this was even exacerbated more during the pandemic. And we've seen with online numbers that at least 1 in 4 customers in Africa has now made an online purchase. So we do not need to educate their clientele on how to purchase online, on how to handle payments. This is something which is expected, and this creates a vacuum in terms of the tools that are available to use. And since these numbers are growing, this projected us further to pursue this. So our product is split in 4 categories. And first, to take care of the capital acquisition process, like I said, we use group financing to help them have access to unsecured loans. And then we help them create and build an online shop with just their mobile app, which can support them to receive payments and fulfill orders with their mobile app receiving notifications and using the existing logistics infrastructure like Safe Border or existing trust partnerships with borders that are around, and then they can do the delivery. So the other tools that we've included in the app are keeping records, and we believe that this is crucial if these entrepreneurs have a shot later on at getting formal capital, or maybe being able to get a credit score, or as they grow their business. We believe that records are very crucial, and currently there's no way to track that. Even when a business has been profitable and has revenue, there's still no way to prove that. and then a CRM to stay in touch and send emails and promotions. So the competitive landscape has quite a number of players, but we believe that our competitive advantage is in the singularity of all these multiple features that come together and keep the entrepreneur gated within our product, because they can have everything in one place, and also the ease to use. And I've used examples of some of
you have 1 minute.
Yes, I've used examples to show how we differ from some of the competitors, and there are products which are like Seed6, for example, which give people financing and they're easy to use, but they're not very efficient because they don't have any of the other products. There's enterprise software for things like accounting, things like HubSpot, tools online for marketing, but they're very hard to use, and several others. So our business model is first the revenue streams that we have. We will be charging a fee for supporting the online shop, and we'll be advertising an entrepreneur's products through other shops, like through product recommendations and online like email subscriptions. And then we'll have a commission on the transactions that are supported and completed on the platform. And then we'll have some of the features behind a paid subscription, such as tax calculations or stock ordering. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. That we can make a positive impact through this product.
All right, thank you so very much, my five.
Yes,
Gajo, please.
My name is Michael Kendo.
Okay, Michael Kendo.
Hi, Michael. Hi, McKevin. Thank you for giving me the chance to ask this young guy a couple of questions. Michael, lovely presentation, on time. Just the thing that I haven't seen in your presentation, you haven't mentioned that you have traction since you're an operating business. So can you elaborate a bit more on traction and, of course, your total revenue received so far?
Yes, so we're still very early on. We launched our product in January, which has only been live for about 2 months, and currently we have 200 businesses on the platform. So we do not have any revenue because at the moment we're focusing on user growth, and since we have to educate some of these entrepreneurs, we would like them not to have payment as a barrier for them to adopt the platform. So currently our revenue is 0, and we have 200 businesses on the platform.
So when you're expecting to receive your first revenue stream?
So we have a user target of 10K businesses, and that is when we will introduce a paid subscription for all these other services, because currently when they join, we tell them that it's a free trial and they're aware that it's a paid service which we're only availing for a limited time. So internally we are targeting 10K businesses, and then we can offset the paid subscriptions.
So if you raise money from this event or any other, what would be your percentual weight in terms of are you going to invest in your market expansion or your product development, and of course, in which stage is your current product?
Yes, so our product at the moment is fully functional. So I would want to find another word above MVP, because we've been iterating very fast since we developed it, and iterating on user feedback, I believe, has helped us create a much better product, but we can't be certain if we've achieved product market fit yet. And regarding what our focuses will be, our number one focus will be user growth. If we raise money and this we'll be investing heavily in marketing and educating users on how to use the platform. And second would be partnerships with logistics to enable order fulfillment, because that is still a challenge that we have, since they have to handle the fulfillment on their own. So
you've not created any partnership yet?
No, at the moment they handle the fulfillment on their own with the current product.
So how did they get to use the product? Did they know, is there any specific on your platform or on your app that teaches them how to start and use the product?
Yes, so we frequently post on our social media, and we show them like guides of how to use the product, and it's actually very simple to use. So when they download the app, they can easily create a product, and it's we can show them that this is your shop. So they tap on it and they go and see the website, how it looks, and how the ordering process would be. Then when someone orders, we give them a notification. So we've seen the users that have come on board find it very easy, and by the next day, or maybe in about 2 hours, we can see already that their shop is live and there's products.
All right, Gajo, you have one last question?
Yeah, I would just ask if nobody else wanted to ask. So far, what were your resources in terms of funding? I mean, how have you funded your project? Is it self-funded, or you raised some money in the past?
No, so far it's a very tight team. We are 2 people, and that means our expenses are very low. So we haven't received any funding, and we're currently just funding the marketing on by ourselves. Small efforts, like just guerrilla tactics of just moving around and sort of spamming these people into downloading the app. But we are hoping to hire more people once we can afford to.
Thank you for answering my question, and looking forward to the discussion after the event.
Michael, please share. You're doing amazing work, especially I understand what we need to be bootstrapping. I think every startup has done that, to even be allowing up to about 200 entrepreneurs to be on your platform. It's great. It's a great idea. Please, investors, look into it, see how we can help Michael move to a commercial stage. Please, Michael, don't forget to share your details in the group, share your links for your pages and your email address and your contact details for anyone to reach you. Again, thank you, great presentation. We have Stanfield here, which is number 2. Stanfield, you're supposed to be number 2, but you were not here. Are you ready? But I saw Stanfield Commodities here. While we're waiting for Stanfield Commodities, we should just go straight to the next startup. Let me look at, no, number 5 I saw. Okay, Stanfield, you're back. Stanfield, are you ready to present your startup? Yes, you're unmute your mic, please. Unmute your mic, and then you can share your screen. Why Stanfield and Tillage, number 5, please get ready. Stanfield, please share your screen. And we can't hear you, we cannot hear you.
Kevin, sorry, startup number 2 present.
Yes, startup number 2 is present. His name is Stanfield, that's what we're waiting for. Stanfield, we still cannot hear you.
Kevin, try to mute him and unmute him. Probably he has some kind of a error in the system.
I think he's connecting on another PC or something. Let's just give you a second. I can see he's struggling to connect on another PC or another laptop.
So I don't think that he hears us.
Stanford, you connected to another laptop or PC. Can you share your screen now? All right, Stanford, do this, right? Do this, just restart whatever you are using. Is it a phone or a laptop? Just restart it. So when you restart it, let's continue with Tillage, and then we will come back to you. So don't worry, just restart it. Make sure that you have the sound, and then let's hear from Tillage. Tillage, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please share your screen. Share your screen. I will share your presentation.
All right. Able to view it?
Yes, we can.
All right. Well, it's early evening, so I'll say good day to everyone, and hope you are well. My name is Roy Kahangwe, and I'll be representing Tillage, an agrotech startup from Kampala, Uganda. Well, what is Tillage? From conception, we came up as the youth who are not really actively involved in agriculture, but we saw that the country we stay in and Africa as a whole is actually very agro-based. So we came in with a way in order to participate in agriculture without necessarily going to the grassroots level of farming and getting our hands particularly dirty and us sweating in the hot sun, but coming up with something that the people can use from the farm to the shelf. So that birthed the conception or the idea of our agrotech startup called Tillage. So we'll just be highlighting our mission and a few other things that I've seen other presenters been presenting. So our mission for Tillage is we want to transform the agricultural supply chain in Uganda, especially through outsourcing, using the very competitive and the very we want to leverage the use of data, ecosystems, and most importantly, people in the whole ecosystem of farming and agriculture in order to benefit farming. So just a brief background, the agriculture industry in Uganda is characterized by a few inefficiencies, and we believe that these inefficiencies and the nitty-gritties have been able to cripple the agricultural sector, not only in Uganda, but even in Africa, through things like inefficient data, through things like overexploitation of the farmers. You can imagine how much as the average farmer at the grassroots level who wakes up in the morning at 7, how much do they get? Yet we are buying things from the supermarkets and on the shelf for a very expensive price. We understand that the whole supply chain is actually rigged, to say, and would like to make sure we get proper value to even the farmers at the grassroots level, and even provide enough value for the final consumers, and also finally to be able to provide verification for the different products that we buy through the monitoring of the supply chain. Monitoring of the supply chain. So we wanted to know, why do these problems exist? So we carried out a short survey and a few research options that we had. And we found that small-scale farmers, they work in unorganized and fragmented value chains, and they are not really connected to the buyers. And there are so many things that really lack, illiteracy, poor education, poor agronomical practices, limited logistics, inadequate access to finances, and so many more. So we found that there was actually a huge risk and coordination between the farmer, the logistics, and finally the final consumer that we thought would definitely come up and erase in order to prevent future, the future is definitely food. Food is among the top 3 most valuable industries to invest in. So things like market security, high volatility, we found that were some of the problems that were being faced by the farmers, and also for us, the final consumers. Through price volatility, we may not be able to buy the good quantity or exactly everything that we need to get from the farmers or from the final people. So what did we come up to do? We came up with a solution as Tillage, a few brilliant young minds, to provide reliable market information, safe and efficient data for a trade ecosystem in order to integrate the suppliers and buyers and the whole global network of human operations to support the whole trade transaction in agriculture. Why? Well, definitely, as I've been explaining before, there are so many market imbalances due to lack of market information, due to logistic inadequacies, due to the whole supply chain being rigged, and the poor verification and some protests that we face day to day. So our sample space would be starting from Uganda, but at a glance, we are the 8th leading producer of coffee in the world, the 5th producer of sweet potato, and the 4th producer of plantain. And those are just a few products that we do. We supply and export so many more things like white maize, yellow corn, and so many more that would like to, avocado. There's so many beautiful things that we believe are in Uganda that the whole world would definitely love from this. So our goal was actually to address these inefficiencies by providing reliable market information, as I've been explaining, and we believe we can solve the supply chain that has been rigged. Our competitive advantage in this particular case would be the acquisition of data from grassroots levels to the final product, where we have the whole supply chain working in tandem, working seamlessly, and in a very interconnected way in order to solve some of these market imbalances that lead definitely to price volatility, that leads to problems for us, the final consumers. And definitely, once we do not buy the products, then definitely the farmer is not really benefiting. I could agree. Then we also believe in global market intelligence. We believe that farmers should not grow products just for the sake of growing products. We believe we should give them market intelligence of what will happen ahead in order to help them cultivate produce or cultivate plants that will be needed in the future. Do not plant, for instance, here, you can grow maybe your pineapples, your watermelons, your beans, your corn, and you find that the time they're actually market ready, the market is not really looking for that. You've grown watermelons, well, the market is actually looking for mangoes. The market is looking for something else. So you find that your prices are actually going to be very low, and you won't be able to achieve maximum price benefit from your hard work that you're putting over the months. So we provide market intelligence to these farmers in order to help them anticipate what the market will need in the next few months by the time the products are market ready, and in order to make sure that they achieve maximum produce or maximum price benefit from that. Then the other would be the monitoring of the entire supply chain from the farm.
1.5 minutes.
I beg your pardon?
You have 1.5 minutes to go.
All right, cool, thank you. So we believe in the monitoring of the entire supply chain from farmer to the shelf to the consumer, and we'll be able to do this through a few of our few features that will be here. For instance, data, as I've already said, we provide reliable market information. We collect, organize, and make data related to the trading of food and agriculture accessible for everyone. We have an ecosystem, where we operate a complete trade ecosystem, information from suppliers to the logistical partners, as well as verify most of these products and encourage the transactions happen. Then the people, definitely the most important people, because it's people that wake up in the morning to grow this, to make the decision to grow, to drive the trucks, fly the planes and even us, the people that consume. So people are very, very important. So we run extensive human operations where we operate a local and global network of human operations to achieve the scale of global sourcing. Then logistics, definitely, where we partner with logistics people to lift from storage to the final consumer, to the shelf, to the person who brings the food, where we have last mile delivery. We want to have that entire supply chain in order and in working in tandem seamlessly. Then our total potential we saw for root crops, we had 12 million tons, 5.8 million tons in 2017, and 5.2 million tons in 2016. That shows the volume and the market for our product will definitely be something that the market will be looking and ready for. Then we do have the product pricing, because we'll be on a subscription basis, where we'll be having, right now we have a product that's in the beta stage that is free for the farmers. but we'll be having a subscription based where they will be able to achieve market intelligence, where we have market updates, local and global news, market analysis and market data. Then finally for $50 a month, where we have large scale farmers who finally, even have an added advantage to them. We give them what to farm, when to farm, how much to spend, what is the market needing, linkages to the logistics partners that we have, and so many more. So we'll be able to use that. Then finally, we believe once we are well funded, we'll be able to bring the product to more people, especially the farmers, because currently, as I said, our product is in beta stage with the emphasis on easy usage for the farmers. And especially we are trying to integrate the local languages here, just a few languages like language integration to the final product where a person can easily be able to use that. Then finally, we'll also be able to use the funds to market to the farmers, bring on more logistics partners, and also be able to integrate future technologies like the blockchain, where it's easy to monitor the supply chain.
Okay, thank you so very much for your presentation. Judges? Yes, Gajo, please.
Thank you, McKevin. How far you went with your product development? I mean, I saw that you have presented your subscription model, but I haven't seen your current state of the product development. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Oh, thank you. As I currently said, our product is currently in the beta stage. We have an operational website where it's very possible for us to get orders. So we, in December last year, we had around 3 to 4 orders of up to 5 tons of produce that we weren't able to fulfill because we had not yet got a whole ecosystem of suppliers who can, export to such a magnitude. We had 5 tons of yellow corn, we had some coffee coming in, and due to a few inefficiencies, we were not able to get the right suppliers in time that were able to supply such huge volumes. But the people on our website, Tillage.io, you are able to order for something from wherever you are all over the world. You can order, we get you the produce, and you're able to get it the way you want it.
Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question.
Dios, I want you to ask me a few questions since you are in the farming space. What do you think about what he's doing?
Yeah, well, I think it's an exciting piece, especially when it comes to the agribusiness, especially when it talks about the aggregation of data. But I think what needs to be strengthened is to do with the match of the specific supply chains with the end market. But the bottom line is also to do with how to back up the stocks, because many times the stocks that make business sense require some substantial amounts in terms of money to make the value chains very efficient. So, and of course, when it comes to the Ugandan scene, each of the value chain presents the specific complexity, which I think Tillage needs to think about and then focus on what is it starting with, not everything, but what are some of those critical that could make the business threshold to start with, and then pick lessons that can enable the upscale for others. I think that requires to be more clear out of your organized kind of system, but of course also the issue of data and the quality of data that you get in. And that's what I observe. But it presents a very viable business case, which can really focus on improving the efficiency of the value chains that you may really choose to focus on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daryl, for that input.
So Tilla, you are still at the development phase?
No, we're about to, or you can finish.
Do you have an MVP? Is it out there? Are people already using your platform? Have you gained any traction? Have you officially launched?
We have not yet officially launched. However, our product is already market ready, as already stated. We already had orders coming through our platform last year already when we had released. We released in August last year, and by December we had been able to make a few contacts with the supply chain, with our logistics partners, and
so
also.
have you made any money?
No, as I stated, we had a few inefficiencies and we do not have a large suppliers database to achieve most of the orders we have. As the orders we got were above 5 tons. We had 5 tons yellow corn, 10 tons of Robusta coffee, and we did
So
not
what
have.
are you looking for? What are you looking for? The
Uh,
quick
we're-
one, yes.
We're currently seeking $200,000 in order to come
And
up
what would
with.
you do with it?
As I said, use of funds is to finally launch the product to many people. That will definitely need funding. We need more people on the ground for data collection. We need to have more farmers that we know that can sustain the produce that we get or the orders that we get. We need more suppliers in order to, verify. If we get an order for 10 tons, we can get one to bring us 5 tons, another to bring us 5 tons. Those are all huge
So
projects.
Tillage is an app? It's an app or is Tillage an app?
We'll be making the app, but currently right now we're running on a website basis where we are able to get orders through the website.
So your website is live?
Yes, it's already live. It's called Tillage.io that you can currently. Yeah.
Anybody else would like to ask one last question? And in the meantime, are we waiting for Stanfield? Stanfield said he's ready this time. Until please do not forget to share your information, your LinkedIn, or your social media pages, and your email address in the group for to check you out.
All right. Thank you so much.
That was a good presentation.
Thank you.
Stanfield, are you ready this time? Unmute yourself, please. Stanfield, we're still battling to hear you. I'm not sure. Could anything be wrong? Is there anyone who can advise there? Oh, okay. Stanfield, are you sure you have a volume on your laptop? Because we can see your presentation, but we cannot hear you. And again, we can see that you are the next Nelson Mandela after the one that was gone. And we would love to hear you talk about this presentation. Any idea what could have been happening with him? Stanfield, can you comment in the group that you are seeing, you can hear what we are saying? Can you send a message? Because we cannot hear you, man.
McKevin, we should just go to the next one.
Yeah. So Stanfield, unfortunately, you will have to stop. We still have. Please try and check. What is going on with your Zoom. Try and test it with anyone else so that we can hear. We can't hear you. So you still have a chance. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next startup. And once we're done, hopefully you would have been ready. Okay. Just nod your head if you hear us. Just please now let's go to the next startup. We should come back to you. Please try and fix it. It seems as if you have a very good presentation, but we would like to hear about it. But you need to fix it. We have, is it Reed? Who else is next? Is it Reed Link? Is it?
It's Right Link. Yes, it's Right Link.
Right Link. Okay. Right Link, please. Can you present?
Let me share my screen.
Please.
Let me just upload my screen. Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Just make it a little bit bigger if you can, please.
Okay, brilliant.
No, but it's
right.
okay. We can see it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so my name is Daniel Mukisa, and I am the CEO and co-founder at RideLink. And at RideLink, we just believe that growth is part of our DNA, and also small and medium enterprises. So we want to help small businesses grow with every trip they make. So our problem statement is really on, the current status quo in Africa. For anyone, if you did not know, Africa is the most expensive place in the world for anyone to move products from point A to point B. To just put that into context, for small businesses especially, for every $1 that they spend, 40 cents is spent on transport. Now, if you compare that to small businesses in more developed economies, which spend 10 cents on a dollar on transport, there is a very huge gap. And so what the resultant effect is that for small businesses, they make very minimal profit. They cannot compete when it comes to pricing their products, and some even die at infancy, which is why we came up with a mobile application and a web application that connects small and medium enterprises to a pool of truck drivers to help move cargo of the small businesses from points of production to the marketplace. Yes, our business model is very simple. So on one end, we have small businesses that are in agriculture, manufacturing, e-commerce and health that want to move a product from either the factory or the farm to the marketplace. They simply get on a platform and then request a truck comes, picks their product and takes it to the marketplace. They receive notifications along all the different major places. At the end of the trip, we charge a 15% commission of the trip. Where do we focus? We focus on industries, on agriculture, we focus on manufacturing, we focus on health and e-commerce, but specifically for small businesses. Currently, we've been doing getting market through word of mouth, a lot of direct selling, digital marketing, and working also with what you would call umbrella organizations or circles in our case. Why RideLink? Well, for the very first time, small businesses now can move their cargo with colleagues. So we call this demand aggregation. At any one time, a small business cannot fill a truck. So normally we have about 5 businesses fill their cargo in one truck, and that truck moves the cargo in the same direction, but going to different drop-off points. Also, for small businesses, they can be able to trace their cargo, both at pickup, along the journey, and even at drop-off. Then our system can be plugged in any CRM. I've been hearing people talk about challenges that they have in logistics. Our system can be plugged in any website. So that way, a business is able to automatically dispatch. Then very importantly, we have what you call very professional drivers who are trained in first aid, in customer care, and different areas, so they can have more customer satisfaction. Traction-wise, we've done 86,000 trips so far from when we started back in 2017. We've moved about 2.6 million tons of cargo. This is around 6 countries within Africa. We've served 2,000 small businesses over the years, with a pool of about 5,000 truck drivers in Uganda, in Kenya, in Rwanda, and Tanzania. We have been able to save businesses up to 30% of their current cost of transport, the ones that we've worked with. But we want to do more. In terms of our numbers, you can see that we've been growing by a 4x return over the years from 2019, 2020, 2021. And yeah, we're raising some money so that we can grow faster. In terms of impact, this is Andrew Mupuya, the CEO of Yellow Paper Bags. And they said, RideLink has helped us increase our customer pool because we now deliver on time at almost half the cost. These are the stories we want to hear. In terms of jobs we've created, both directly and indirectly, we've created over 7,500 jobs for the drivers, for other people in the ecosystem. We've saved up to $4.8 million for small businesses in terms of money they would be spending on transport. And most importantly for us, because of circularity, we know that our business affects the environment directly. So we embarked on a mission to plant 1 million trees over the next 10 years. And to date, we've planted about 100,000 within Uganda and a bit of Kenya. Currently, we're raising some money to scale our growth. And this is how much we're raising, $1.75 million. We know that this is going to help us to especially increase our market acquisition of customers, to better our products in terms of scale, in terms of functionality, to grow our headcount of the team, and also in expansion. We recently expanded to Kenya this year, but we want to expand to all the East African countries and then later the rest of Africa and other emerging markets. This is our team. Currently the team, back in 2017, it was just 3 of us, Daniel, Dominic, and Emo.
Oh no, did we lose them?
I submit.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done. Yes, I'm done.
Great presentation there, and a great work you do. And I think we have like Osai hand has been up. So let's hear from Osai.
Hi, thank you for this presentation. I enjoyed it. Reminds me a lot of fleeting. I don't know if you're familiar with fleeting.
Yes.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Adrian, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, you're not. Okay, they're doing something similar. I invested in their $1 million round. I'd like to see your revenue slide again and your ask slide. Those slides kind of went by pretty quickly, and those are pretty interesting. It sounds like you've been around for a few years. I think I heard you say 2017 at some point.
Yes, we started back in 2017 towards the close of the year.
Okay. How much have you previously raised?
So from 2017, it took us about 6 months to get our first paying customer, and all this was bootstrapped. We did our first angel raise in 2019 from a company called, an organization called Anzisha Prize. And then last year, we raised 250,000 from Omedia Network and Otis Africa Capital. Yeah.
Okay. And let me see your ask slide again quickly. Allow other people ask questions. 1.75, 5.5 distribution. Okay. Okay. The revenue that you had on the table, is that is that the revenue that comes to the company or transaction volume? When you say revenue, do you mean actual revenue that comes to the company?
Yes, this is the actual revenue that comes to the company. Not the transaction volume is much more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you. Do you have your contact information on the slide anywhere?
Yes, I do, but I can as well just share it in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll let others ask.
Thank you, Adrian. Is there anyone else want to ask a question? Please, judges, make sure that you are giving your points. You are judging the startup. Do not forget, your points count. If we are listening and not judging, then you may have just been wasting your time and us. Please judge. Yeah, your email address, I think also just send your LinkedIn pages if you have, or your social media pages. It is all really important. I'm not sure whether Stanford is ready. Have you tested it? Are you ready? Any question? Judges, please vote, 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 vote. Stanfield, try again. You want to try again, but you can't try again. We can't hear you. And it really seems like you're really, you have a very good product there. I think if it's not, we have already, we don't, I think these are all the startups are presented except Stanford. We have, I think, 2 who didn't join for whatever reason, we don't know. No, Stanford community, we cannot hear you. Can anybody hear him? Maybe perhaps it's me.
No, we don't hear him. We don't hear him, McKevin.
No.
We don't hear him. So I would-
Stanford is
let's
rather
move-
unfortunate.
Let's move
Yeah,
on to the next one.
Yes, Stanford is rather unfortunate that we cannot hear you. I don't think we have any next. A kid. We don't have any next, right? I think we're supposed to have 8 startup. I can't see minutes 5. I think when we joined, it was minute 5. I can't see them. I also can't see Rocket Heat. So I think just give your vote to the 4 startups that have done their presentation.
The judges, please vote, and in 1 minute we'll close our voting.
Yes. So please vote and vote in both.
Dear Nuvagaba, please delete your mark for Stanfield.
You say you don't want us to mark it since we didn't go through it, yeah? I mean, there's nothing we can put there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we're not putting anything on any startup or on Stanfield, right? Yeah, he's able to share, but we cannot hear. You can't share, and you can't present when we don't hear you speak. Well, just a suggestion to judges. It seems that Stanford has a good product, and I think it's on the website for the startup.network. Now, I don't know how that can work, but either maybe just have a look at it. If there's something that you need to do, then you can still do that. But I'm not sure if that's how it should work, Kate. But it's rather unfortunate that he's been here and technology has not been on his side today. So judges, please do your judge. And Kate, if it's about to close, then we can close the judge, and then you work on the, you then give us the result. While we are still on this, Stanfield, what I can advise you is that a lot of people have shared in their contact details. Go in there, follow them, connect with them on their LinkedIn pages, and still be able to, I'll still be able to share what you do. It sounded like a great project, but unfortunate there is no time and nothing has been happening. So Kate, over to you. In the meantime, I would really like to thank all the judges for making it, all the startups. And I need you to know that this is not the end of it. Whoever wins today merited. Whoever didn't win, you find yourself here. It's been a great pleasure. Do not give up. Do not give up. Go back, tweak again, look at why you didn't win, tweak again your idea or your startup, and look forward to events that come through Startup.network. We always run events every now and then. Just keep in touch. Look at other organizations.
So Kevin, could you announce our results? Please check your chat. Our chat.
Good. Thank you. All right, we will start with the third. We have MyFi came third. Please give it a round of applause. And then we have MidX that came second. So close, so close. And our winner today is RightLink. RightLink, you are the winner today. MedX, you came so close. Just to tell you that you have an incredible product going out there. Keep pushing. And then my Phi, you came third. So the winner should expect of this result, you'll be expected to pitch at the next global event. You will be kept posted. Follow Startup Network, and for more information. Congratulations to all the companies like Adrian said who participated. Congratulations to RightLink. Congratulations to and congratulations to each and everyone who made it possible today. I think that will be it for us. Gajo, thank you for your great participation. Gary,
thank you.
Thank each and
for inviting
everyone.
me.
Yes. So guys, look up to just to share again with you guys all. We just launched the Africa Startup Ecosystem Summit and Award. Everyone that is looking at supporting entrepreneurs, please join us. We're looking for partners from everywhere across the continent. Geos, Uganda. Send us all the contact that you have in the ecosystem. Sarah, Adria, I mean, you need to start joining us in Africa, starting from supporting the ecosystem so that we can support great startup for you to invest in. Gary, I told Derek that you guys must support us on this thing and let's see how we can push. Gajo, I'm reaching out to you and let's see how we can support the ecosystem. As for Startup Network, they've been doing some amazing work within the continent. They've been doing an incredible. Kate and the team, we're so proud of you. And I'm pleased everyone. Kate is from, again, like I mentioned, Kate is from Ukraine. Gary, his wife and family are from Ukraine. Please, let's put them in prayers. Let's continue to support them in any way we can. And to all of you, that will be it for me, Kevin Ayaba. I am the founder and CEO of Set Up a Startup, and we are supporting the ecosystem in every way we can, making sure that Africa has a sustainable and a better way to help startups. That will be it for me. And guys, have a good evening or good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are.
Thank you very
Kevin.
much.
Good seeing everybody today. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and stay happy and stay healthy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Kevin. Looking forward to the next one.
See you
in peace, of course.
Yes. Bye.